the Toronto Blue Jays are not done making moves. Gerrit Cole makes a fool out of himself. One of their top prospects sets a Jays minor league record, and a former Blue Jay gets signed by the San Francisco Giants. All that and plenty more. So let's get straight into it. Hello everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Blue Jays Digest. Thank you so much for watching. So we have a ton to get into today. A lot of news surrounding the Toronto Blue Jays, and a lot of news that concerns them as well. So let's jump into the first topic. Julian Merryweather may be getting the call by the Toronto Blue Jays to rejoin the team in the show. So this is an interesting one because the bullpen has been a lot better as of late for the Toronto Blue Jays, and Julian Merryweather was, to put it simply, he was awful. He was terrible in his time before he got sent down, before he got put on the 60-day injured list. So I'm not sure how Blue Jays fans feel about this, but he has made a few rehab appearances in AAA Buffalo, and in 4 2/3 innings, he's been solid. He has not given up a run. He struck out 8 hitters, given up only 1 hit, and not a single walk. So those are very encouraging numbers. He's never been a guy that struggled with control issues. However, he's been getting hit around pretty hard in his time with the Blue Jays. Now, I, for one, would be more than happy with the idea of having him come up and fill kind of a middle relief role just because his stuff is so electric. He could get it up there to 100 miles an hour, and I'd love to see him on the Blue Jays again, as opposed to a guy like Trevor Richards. And speaking of Trevor Richards, he was kind of swirling around today as there was Zach Pop who got sent down by Ross Atkins, the Toronto Blue Jays general manager, in favor of Tim Mayza, which is a welcomed addition because Tim Mayza is the only reliable left-handed pitcher out of that Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. So let's get into that. Now, there were a few names circling around because we knew Tim Mayza was going to make his reappearance to the Blue Jays, and rightfully so. He's been one of their best relievers. He's great in high leverage situations. He's a lefty, which we don't have much of in that bullpen, unfortunately. Now, Zach Pop, who was recently acquired by the Toronto Blue Jays in exchange for Jordan Groshans, he got sent down to AAA Buffalo. And this is purely a management, organizational type of move. Zach Pop only has a year and a half of service time in the major leagues. Therefore, they could send him down because he has a ton of options. He has a lot of minor league options left. Whereas if you were to send a guy like Trevor Richards down, he would get designated for assignment. He would become a free agent and most likely get picked up by another team. But I'm going to tell you why they should have DFA'd Trevor Richards instead of sending Zach Pop down. You're in the middle of a playoff race right now. The AL wildcard race is so tightly contested right now that you need every inch of help that you can get, especially out of that bullpen. Zach Pop is not a strikeout guy, but his stuff is great. He gets a lot of ground balls. And I just don't understand why you would send him down in the middle of a playoff race, because past this season, how much value does Trevor Richards really hold for this Blue Jays team? I personally don't understand it. Look, there's a reason why I'm here talking about it, and Ross Atkins is the one making the decisions. He knows something that we don't. Trevor Richards has been okay. You know, he's been very average this season. He's been much better as of late, but I still don't trust him coming out of that bullpen. I would have DFA'd him and kept Zach Pop with the big club just purely based on a potential standpoint. Zach Pop has great stuff. He's a Canadian boy. I don't know why you wouldn't keep him here. I could see why they did send him down, but it would not have been my choice. Now, the next thing I want to touch upon is Gerrit Cole making a fool out of himself yet again. Now, Gerrit Cole has always struck me as a bit of a crybaby, especially in his time with the Astros. Not many people around the league like him, and it was a big storyline when Josh Donaldson, former Blue Jay, joined the New York Yankees. He said he didn't like Gerrit Cole. They had to hash some things out before they started playing on the field together, and it seems as though they did. Gerrit Cole seems like one of those guys that you hate to play against, but you love to have on your team because he'll stand up for you. But what he did in the Jays series finale, the Jays-Yankees series finale, he just looked like a fool. He looked like a fool, and he does that to himself. I mean, Alek Manoah hit Aaron Judge with a pitch. Obviously, he's not trying to hit him, and Alek Manoah is known to throw inside. Sometimes a two-seam fastball will run away from you, and it'll hit a right-handed batter. But he hit Aaron Judge, and he went up to the big man, and he said, "Hey, man, I didn't mean to do that." And Judge acknowledged that. And then Gerrit Cole just comes out of the dugout, guns blazing, from 30 feet away of Alek Manoah. He starts screaming at him and kind of threatening him and all that. But in my head, I'm just thinking, this guy's a clown. Why are you 30 feet away from the guy and asking your teammates to hold you back? It's a soft move. Blue Jays fans, even more reasons to not like the Yankees after Gerrit Cole just absolutely goes clown mode in that series finale against the Toronto Blue Jays. No respect for that guy. What a clown. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Get back in your dugout and go get ready for your next start in 5 days, because the Jays own Gerrit Cole. That's all I'm going to say on that. Now next, Orelvis Martinez, one of the Blue Jays' top prospects, their third-ranked prospect, actually just broke a Double-A record for the Blue Jays for most home runs in a season. It was previously held by Eric Thames, who had 27, and Cavan Biggio, who had 26 before that. Now, this is great news, because Double-A is considered by many the most talented level of baseball in the minor leagues. And Orelvis Martinez seems to be getting close to making his major league debut, either by next season or like the start of next season or the midway point of next season. And I'd love to see that personally. He's been up and down, to say the least, in the minor leagues. He strikes out a ton. He doesn't hit for much average, but he has so much power. So it just leads me to believe, as a shortstop / third baseman, what his role is going to be on this team, because he can clearly hit. But he's another right-handed batter who hits for power and strikes out a lot. So what is going to be his role, especially with kind of the logjam at third base and shortstop with Bo Bichette and Matt Chapman? So that's definitely going to be interesting to see in the future. But good for Orelvis Martinez, because that's some pretty good company. Cavan Biggio is an established major leaguer, even though he's had his ups and downs with the big club. Eric Thames was a notorious power hitter for years, not with the Blue Jays, but he had some great years in Milwaukee and some great years over in Japan as well. Now, the final topic that I want to get to is former Blue Jay, Kenny Giles. He just signed a minor league deal with the San Francisco Giants. He had a great year in 2019 with the Toronto Blue Jays. He was honestly one of my favorite players on that team, just because it was such a tough year to go through. The team was losing a ton, but having Ken Giles there, you knew if you ever did have a lead that needed to be locked up, you could send him out there and he would be intense no matter how many people were at the Rogers Center. And he was just exciting to watch. Threw hard, great slider, fierce competitor. So good for him. I wish him all the best. Too bad the injuries have really gotten the best of him the past couple years. And the Blue Jays were even linked to Ken Giles. which I was a little bit surprised about, but I would have been open to the idea because he pitched against the Blue Jays when they were in Seattle, I'd say a month and a half ago, and he looked pretty good before something scary happened. I think he had a bit of an elbow strain after releasing one of his pitches, which was really too bad to see, but Ken Giles, he's been a quality reliever for a long time in this league, and I would have been welcome to seeing him with the Blue Jays. That was before they got all that bullpen help there. So maybe his place wouldn't have been carved out like I thought it would be. But anyways, good for Ken Giles, and you gotta root for him. Even though he's been a bit of a hothead throughout his MLB career, I've always liked him as a Blue Jays fan, and hopefully he can crack that San Francisco Giants roster, even though they're struggling. I don't know what kind of role he'll be playing, but once again, good for you, Kenny. Hopefully you make it, bud. And thanks again for watching. That's all the time we have for today. You're the best for making it this far. There's plenty more videos to come. I was doing this one solo, but I'll be back with my buddy Nick Goss by the next one for the Boston Red Sox and Toronto Blue Jays recap series. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and also subscribe. It helps us out a ton. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to hear, whether it be animations, different types of segments. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure to try to get that out as best as I can for you guys, because the first video did pretty well. We gained almost 50 subscribers just in that short time frame. So guys, keep killing it on that like button, keep commenting, get that interaction up. It's greatly appreciated. Now until next time, peace.